Hey everyone, real quick moment before we start. I just realized I never introduced myself throughout the entire video. So, hi, my name is Lynn, and welcome to my first YouTube video, and also, welcome to my YouTube channel. This was me a few hours before I launched my clothing brand. I was so excited to embark on this new journey, but little did I know how hard it was going to be. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's backtrack, shall we? Let's start at the beginning to my end of fashion school. Normally, when you're a final year student, you're prepping for a fashion show to showcase all the work that you've learned since starting your design degree. But if you might have guessed, the pandemic hit. Just like everyone else in the world, we had to adapt and had no idea what was going to happen for the rest of the school year. And sadly to say, we didn't get a fashion show, but we did, however, get a virtual show. But it was pretty bad. So from being at school to suddenly being at home all the time working on our finals, it became very clear that things were going to change when looking to jobs after graduating. So one day I thought, I create pretty things I know people will want to buy. Maybe I should create a clothing brand. The idea was very simple in my head, but putting it down on paper and seeing how much work I needed to do to make it happen was very overwhelming. After graduating and having a mini quarantine celebration with my immediate family, I got straight to work. I came up with a name, started designing my thank you, business, and care instruction cards, started sewing up samples of things I wanted to make, purchasing hang tags and labels for the garments, went to downtown fashion district a lot to find fabrics for the first release, pretty much everything you have to do when starting a handmade clothing brand. I focused so much on all of that I forgot to promote my business. I figured it would be a little easy to gain attention on social media, but I was clearly wrong. I also gave up on editing my website because I was so confused working through it, so I ended up resorting to Etsy, which in the beginning was also confusing. I just honestly wanted to start my business ASAP because I always take forever to start something. I told myself that I need to have everything done by this date, but it took so long to do that when it was the day before, I wasn't even more than halfway ready. So I kept things simple. I decided to open up an Etsy shop and launch scrunchies only. And as much as I didn't want to, I did announce on my personal Instagram and Facebook. I was one of the many people who wanted to keep it away from family and friends. Yes, people are nosy, but even if they're being nosy, any of you can help with the algorithm, I guess. So I launched, and I had a few sales from family and friends that I'm so grateful for. But days after, it was silent. I figured paying for ads would do the trick, but we all know that's not the right way to go when you have no idea what you're doing to promote your business. I did the cliche, buy this and get this percentage off. I know that's the one thing you shouldn't do when starting a business. All common sense went out my head from that point on. After a few months of trying to figure it out and having no sales, I decided that I needed to put everything on pause and replan how to get everything going again. For the next few months, I did tons of research on everything. I wanted to make sure I had a better understanding on how to run a clothing brand because I was depressed for the longest. It also didn't help that we got a puppy and I became even more depressed because of her nonstop crying. Puppy blues, anyone? Never knew it was a thing, but she's good now. I was at my lowest of lows, and when I hit rock bottom thinking terrible thoughts, I knew I had to start taking better care of myself. I started to surround myself with positive things that only pertain to the lifestyle I've always wanted, and with that, I started to also change up my business. I did a lot of research, took lots of notes, listened to lots of inspirational talks, stopped wasting time watching trash shows, that's a big one, redesigned my garments I want to release in the beginning, started working on my website again and took the time to make things look nicer and simple, planned a professional photo shoot with my brother, and pre-planned my content for Instagram and TikTok. I started to take my life serious again, and you're probably thinking, what in the world does this have to do with your business failing? My business failed because I put myself on the back burner. I stopped taking care of myself, which led to me always being mentally drained. The moment I started to take care of myself and put my needs first, because I'm a big people pleaser, is the moment I started feeling more confident in showing my face on my business page. Entrepreneurs always say to put yourself out there, and I wasn't in the beginning because I wasn't confident in myself. I still have a lot of work to do in my self-confidence, but I'm better than where I was last year. Everything went good leading up to the launch day. I got a following and people genuinely seemed excited. I was definitely excited. I kept telling myself it's okay if I don't make a sale as much as I would hope I do, as long as I keep figuring out how I can get better on promoting my business and not give up. We'll be fine. So, my launch day came, and guess what? I sold 2 items. But you know what? I was very happy with that. The first time I launched, I gave up pretty quickly, but this was different. The feeling of knowing that this is where I'm meant to be is so much more stronger. My head is also in a better place to understand how a business works. Yes, it's going to take a lot of work, but I believe in my brand and where it can be in a couple of years. That is the end of this video. It was pretty quick, but I don't think anyone's going to watch this. But if you did and you stayed till the end, you're amazing and I thank you so much. But I guess it's time to say, subscribe and like the video if you like. I can't wait to make more content. Oh, and also check out my business Instagram where I sell my handmade tool tops. But yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.